We bring you the best only on your radio. Coda Radio. Uncle Bright is live in charge.
Coming back to the studio. The castle canning in I and 7MD Cambrobruson. The can where a man fan count a speculation. And some few other areas are or the becount. Speculation here, he. Yeah, dollar no cost through what Dimrica. Dollar need Dimrico and yes, you Dimrican idiot. But I never call Kaya striking my mind, mostly near. The fact say, people may not necessarily need the dollar for anything today. But they exchange the dollar because the sense Cedi no what they call dollar against tomorrow. The reason being that send a normal con or percent or back credit say 3 months time or cost the sense carry to because we need the fate of the dollar in 3 months time. To ba ko send a be an bon koyedin man bibre. So akoto nneoma na so oton. Na se nneoma na o de buy no. Onya dollar no e wo me fan say 630. Na dollar ni ye e kosoro na akodu 720 a. Ono na dwirimu no e so okosesa to. Otherwise by the time ono be keso obekọ no hia sika ni bibre di aka ho ansa na wakọ. Ade ba ko nso okan a mani gye hu pa ne okan nyina ne mani gye hu. A deliberate policy or decision by the state. Say, what do we intend? For instance, my example be, when we look at a flower, for instance, maybe we do a flower we see Ukraine and Russia, the whole world. When we do a wheat wheat in so and what flour, how do you brew? So 2 countries in Sunakuntokawi, and especially in Ukraine, the farmers are not farming. Because one and Tokwado Abubuan into one year for you. Russia did they can still farm because we be and fan Tokobi and call Abubuan here. One will have 2 should be so and walk. So the farmers still have that they insert obey Sejuman. But another implication, a woman is Russia also say farmers in Yajuma because of the sanctions or the out to Unsintino. Ubi also called Wakoto Hitino. Ghana fun to win koto. Because Ghana cry United Nations bra we resolution cry Ghana for cry 2 tier Russia. The Ghanaians were not in favor of Russia. And it's Antokana okun. The Ghana for cry into me cry no feel Russia. Because the world will be watching. Oko krefu a enu nyina ne aso nyina etio and enu anso hwew. Nti wo cry bedding amaso ba kwa yesaden. So the outcome is that okwan ben so ne be fa enu ma ye di bebribe aye nye okrumu an. Assassin so da ye betumi grow a unless, of course, there is something that we can do because we today, meaning is ever survive. Meaning whether a climatic condition survives or support the growing of wheat. Ever had the enemy meaning. What is your climatic condition be a no maybe would you have and winter be a Russia, I won't be preventing Ukraine, if you would be as a no man or honor, a travel very well, and it's meaning. But all that I know is the Okaya many are very important to me. And it say rice na yefu say Vietnam ye kra mufio every year be $250 million near the kra and this year make sure as a consciously no ye be grow omo no ha ne ye ni ye ti say ne wo eyi no but o can say mean so o say wo hwe ye taste and Ghana for say ne ye no ma fada sa tare a won apam no say quality crossing ne e wa America because of the taste for foreign humanity no Ghana de no kra no ye be for say nye papa ye pa America de mu Ghana didn't ever say papa, you pay India and I say England. Ghana didn't papa, if outside Ghana, okay, not even in Africa, but outside Africa, better. Sing your Ghana. That is also another problem. So, what at all are we looking for? Government, we should dikadudu a dekra nkuku funu bekrumua, metal. Sikadudu a dekra omo bekrumua, metal. Now saying what's made in Ghana rice. I feel kodu baby no. Na made in Ghana rice and crano we din crossing near Wakrefia which out ban. It was more expensive because I did a survey on the market and I realized that Ghana didn't near Waham. Even though the packaging was quality, the rice grains no osha anyway in difference be any paddy rice no near the long green osha different be any. But eventually when you compare the prices now, once a Ghana didn't crano we dancing a so eventually it will not attract nipas won koto Ghana den. But still they will fall on. These are some of the so I didn't kasa no yan kasa ye kan bi as nipa wa kan ni nyina wie but yan kasa we have some complex. Look at dollar when I'm kwa no kwa brand fro na ope o se better dollar on what is na say be ukura kwadu ya ba better kwa ho na okudia no. And they do it in the open. Typical example, I remember obi frame me so here a friend number akwebi number o se sika na me the man Friday. Me this you man Friday okoyan 755 cedis to $1. Me throw ni pan Friday Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days after. Na me friend the same person. Na me catch him say, "We will skip you 100%." I gave him $3,600. Binyano also bam 6765. And them say o ma me 770. And yes, I mean farmer. O se fabra. No asuya no de abreme. Or the tram to so no de buy. So acquire $1 no ye digwa to say so. That day I felt so guilty within my heart. Say, am I not also contributing? And your intention is carried out. But me who says Caro Cosuna, Emebufu say, Sicaro Cradawana, Ecosusa. I'll be very guilty when the Cedi held about 9 CDs, not feeling some caucuses, because in my mind, before the Benjamin Faso. But at the same, soon, because it says Caro and Salam who told me. It me say Cosiana, Ecosana, when you rabbi. Because at the end of the day, in Katia Namiton 1 CD, Mako Gaso, Maka say 2 CDs. It will be unfair to Trotosa. So sometimes we also contribute to San Romanation, but maybe I'm against it. Me says can consider them because it's few. Me person consider too much because I feel very guilty. And look, it quite hit 8 CDs, now I'm for boy sem. But me can't just say 820 no me adna was what and me friend the same person. We be same say I hear na me chire no. What's I hear na me the man? I'm say the last time I saw the mommy 770. And then was what on 8 CDs plus. Was 820. And I'm so boa. Abroso. So no person see me. Many ne kaya o say no the mama 810. The scan I started follow. Me say follow dia any asem papa. Inti then na e ma sa no man bada onim say sa no man e koso no so no. E say economy nana. Ojetum. And he also admitted say speculation is no man and so can be. And a dollar also a short war system and also count. These are some of the problems that we are facing as a nation. Now maybe say other countries in this year, once did they go through the same challenge as we do? Libya is a war-torn country, but when we look at them, their currency is still stable, it's still better, and it's still stronger than even Ghana. And no then. Memo abem, namoso, more the margin kakra abem, any more experience in Suya, Moso, Mosao. Zodame. Mr. TFU.
I can write it down. And I was as I am a program is. Bank now I believe say I can say me pray. In terms of the dollar, the economy, and all those things. I believe, sir, before this government, the MPP government of the now came to office, I believe, sir, some of these things, and they wanted to halt some of these things. Until initially, in 2016, Emra Waya campaign. Some of the things they spoke about was the dollar running at a faster rate. And I remember Krase, in that year, by the time the year goes to an end, the dollar would have hit 6 cedis. And then they tried, Obe Yusu as a political tool to also make sure, also will be everywhere. But unfortunately, whereby one presubia and things are not working the way they ought to work. And one of the things that I will propose is that a better dollar and how the economy runs, especially to do with the foreign currencies. So politicians, they will have to take it out of their politics. They have to depoliticize the foreign currencies as against the Cedi. Because utie papa no a banker na ye industries adibia ye ni industries ewa. And we don't even have to go and buy them from outside. Look, we have GTP working in this country. I know see near ATL and other companies are way into ma. But and never Ghana ha ye kra handkerchief. Kasa companies near way into me. Say handkerchief cotton is anima yan wadi. It is ankasanyama we nyinara ye beye wo ye manyiwa. I believe say sa niema ya ye kra as in handkerchiefs the other things are even napkins. Ye kra sa niema we nyidai. Say ye wa we will not face this running of some of these foreign currencies as we are facing them now. And so to konso kwa ambiswa dollar enyadia was that a value no so much. And I believe say yes you betuma yesane mani bi nyina wa obiri to kwa akọ oman bi so akọ trade say China ebia nisika odebeko no ebi obetumi akọ bank na wa ye transactions nyina no wa man card na odu China obetumi akọ yisika no in the Chinese the Chinese yen or whatever they use there. Then I think that a big yisa pressure na that dollar needs to say my dollar need to America economy. But like I said from the beginning, this government saw or had an oversight a year in the past. Say obey then sa 1D 1F as in one district one factory. Sanka yetumi agina ho adisa adwuma na diniya and na ebia ye be add value to some of our products like even the akutu our day squash and never be bri wa we talked about flour. Unim say flour yi some millet na di obetumi aya attend what the aye product sanema
see, in time of difficulty, Biano, it is also a time of opportunity.
Yes.
But look, potato. You been a casa de rupa for was why your central region. Potato bread war. Your corn bread war. When you say soya bean yarn, what you do, the winner can, what is a flour? There are so many things in between their flour cream. Look, you can go to the north and grow some of these things. I know somebody, and I believe you know him. I'm going to tell a story. This is a young man who was a model of farming. Over 30,000 outgrower farmers, one person. When we have 10 of his type in this country, the country will change. The guy needs $5 million, and the 1D, 1F, it has become a problem. He has gone through everything in this country. When we have process, even in the office, graduate's office in Usha, this guy has gone to Boro, went and hired a better office, bigger office. I know there. I've been there before. When car better guy listen, Master Ghana, we have a hole. Ningy we ya. One man offer letter crack out. Who cannot bina family Panama offer letter. I feel ningy could be ya. I feel quite another story. Young man and nakusi baby keke. Like he said, 1D 1F. If senior politics near the bay, then you boni be nipe cry. No say it is a nice policy. Nice you be DH your kwetia. Ghana will not have such problems anymore. But by the way, any contribution to us.
No, you see, Ghana has everything that it takes for us as a nation. Say dollar semo, whatever it is, but to the lowest level. We have it. Because at the Ghana as a nation here, no dear Pejan home as a nation. No, I'm telling you the truth. We have it. We have it here in Ghana. I say, Yankasa Betsnas Yawase. Neati Yawase say, Yan politicize Niema Biara. Eba yensuna ye de bibe ye be teni niema ni bia anka Ghana ye babia ye wontire yenda. Look, this 1D1F thing, it was a very good policy abai no edibai, but ene atonsum. Why? Because akwabra krabe kodu akwako jeska no akwakodi obi entumi nya ne hwe. Why should it be so? Yani edi ehu enyo bia na edi ehu yani edi ehu. Whatever it takes Ghana to do to get to that place where all of us believe say you do dollar sem. We have traveled to India before. Who is using dollar in India?
Yeah,
Why do India now kita dollar? Opeka chose go and change the dollar into rupee. The Indian rupee. Na fabre one shop. He doesn't need the dollar. He doesn't need the dollar. And this, the politician will still come and stand there and then use the dollar as a political tool. Meanwhile, when you come into power, it is the same thing that you also do, because economy, you don't have any solution to running it. Rather, the whole thing is that let's industrialize our nation. When we industrialize our nation and add value to the things that we have here, go to the north and then you produce more. Then you won't grow. They grow a lot of things. We grow a lot of things. Go to the Ashanti region, they grow. Go to the Western region, they grow. Go to the Volta region, they grow. All we need to do is to add value to some of these things. And then need to put a stop to dollarization of our economy. Thank you.
Sometimes when you sit back and you reflect over some of these things, it's now you somehow. Because you can't just simply understand. Look, you go India, men in the way. Until you go India, the perception about India was different. One or two. He got to India and realized that they are far better than us. Far better than us. But what you because India for them say the Maukra now chichire wachi edugu a chance in now to come on woody. Look, when it comes to poverty everywhere in the world, America, China, everywhere, in as much as they have money, there are poor people there. So whatever you see on the screen does not represent the general outlook of who that person is or how that country is. Among from China, India for now what it Kwan Nagana, among what it Kwan was ready. Grovu we say Biblia Titikwan was ready. In two TV channel are represented the same way. India is far better than us. You call Missy, would dollar on fine yashi. Because the corner costs and rupee, not for rupee nibra, not for bit your hotel. Yet to Chrome Ghana, some hotels are charging, we'll come to that issue. Some hotels are charging in dollars, yet to Chrome. Regulatory bodies, what you one crowd kodaho. One country, one year, one crown, or koda the same hotel, or kodaho. Bibia $1, Ubuton as I know the abo, but could be easy crown. We say a price of friend. I'm selling $2 million. 2-3 acre land. That than crown baby. We say $5 million. Now where Busia will be Ankao, Kazas and Crab Obabeton.
Giving rent. Charging rent in dollars.
Rent in dollars?
Yes. I'm charging rent in dollars.
You see, we have created problem for ourselves. You created problem we are now. You say, "Na did and it will be near the problem in Aquashubi." Yeah, me catch you say me when I realized that the dollar was depreciation fast. Now I'm saying $1 if you. Because I'll be very guilty. Say, me transfer cedi no could do 9 cedis, 10 cedis, 85, and some of us sana me niye. Time about cost sense can. We be na dia oton 100 cedis. We be you say 250. But it's kind of say kran fasu bi amaso. But that is what we do. Some of the politicians, because they have huge monies sitting somewhere, they also go to the market, they go and buy the dollar. What they are see. what they are speculation. Even what they are politicians who work out, both opposition and those in government, both of them do it, and especially those in opposition. One yes, I don't know, because I speak to a lot of people. Why are more problem? Remember, send an acquisition problem. Remember, about political advantage, man. Onya ope, oba betrans, oba the same thing. Look, oba ye the same thing. Yaw.
Yeah.
Enche, eviti apun. Yaw ti, unso den na okafa.
Era hosam kase jedu. Share toothpick.
Yo.
Or crayfish China. What in Pempru na ye.
Yo.
Na in a common river of Fion, a Pempru. So why should we import just toothpick from China? I just matra kuriva kakra. We have Ghana ni na wasa waduku kuriva akoya juma oko do.
Adona akodo.
You
Uko ejuma factory.
Yana kashira o. But do na musa wada do. Ajeke Etwiska Sasandra ukodo na enne mrantia wa hode wo de bedo nyina tenkran obekona lori bi asay na anaju lori ntimi ya matsa na ekwayi o baabi obi dan odamuni
Ewa nkodi vu a.
enkran krom ha.
Oh, enye kodi vu asem na daso kankran.
Ti se hodo wodo wona ha de ye be do no a won wa hodo de be do won ja mere wa no kokora we kura na se no be
Ku.
you miss obe lord bi ase wo fitting workshop and anaju lord ntimi ya masa na ekwa you baby na nka kire no
Wow.
mrant na wo dem nan we ja chant we kura se no tinkran onya hwe na opese dollar over fam.
Na me miso. Na do na wo so no na e attractive asan ko betre kura se no do.
Ye mmofra na ye do. Ukukuma se adan ye sisi wakase akase ne akura fo dan.
Enya kratifo.
No, go to Sunyani. All the beautiful story buildings in Sunyani owned by farmers.
E buru kura wo kwa baby wo fra apim burum. Ko wa adan esisi wo nyina abresan.
Sir,
Abresan kro krachi ni ba kokura nywan.
good. I didn't know the Kukruma. All the big buildings we see, sorry, not industries. And you want dollar to come down?
I want kana.
Yeah, industries. Converted into sorry.
Na sa sorry no kura no bibiri no. Baby ti say kuku board fo adan ne ade ni. Yo ma na nka wo ye yiwom. Say won atoto.
Akura ye na make marketing board ni na say what they are sorry.
Ebi ni mato.
You.
Okurum.
Yeah, that's Chinese ni bi fee. Ni kuro China no buy. Na obai embro de binchen odoko.
Yo.
No so obe patrol kakra. Because a businessman. Into a kurum no wa say. Obenya industry bi no ba no o me ye de adwuma. Koransa no buy. Sali. Big buildings. I think industry. I go there. Church. Why? Eye no won say adan akase wo de industry be ye factories be ye ni na oh yeah sorry
Say no say you be business.
Be business well.
Na me kan den. Na woni say ni pe be business na wo hu on Facebook ni social media on.
Ene ye ne.
Na nye business a nko so fa wo si nyame afre wo. Wo koto dan wo trasako.
You.
Na wo de business social media. Etu champagne no.
You.
A celebrity.
Na
nkrofo na wo yi iska na wo di won to gon to wo da so tia so remu a o dan to be e yi ansa no wa
so. Na se propra. Na wo pon asoro kwasi da. Ono na yire tulore pa. Ene na wo hwe be hia mo mra ntemu na pa. Sinsu na emuna seda na aye on the okko.
Asoro ne de enye se me ba asoro ne de enye se obi de obi abetana no so pa no papa ne de awom papa fo no ho na mum se kwak no abedo so no typical business for them
sir
afi tu yaso
asoro bi kura what correction dollars
e won krankrum
you krankrum ha
woni dollar wontum tu
you
na what the demand
emri bi was a wash bi kura wi sika na sika no wi na $1
I was sorry.
You. I mean, me person me body actually.
Don't so for us. When will be there, Mr. Technician Francis? Here, fa. Oh, come on, Tini. I said near a farmer's chicken. I saw Ben.
I go home.
What's what should be a whisker?
What's all you should be a whisker? What can you? If I find a satin until where you feel where I $1.
$1.
You
Cedi non pay.
Now, what the dollar on the qua, wouldn't quite what the first order call.
Where then?
Lord tie, one Lord tie, no wood to, no pompe, what the dollar is not she one, you have fix it.
I sorry.
I sorry.
Yes, I saw it means I saw it never by in Fuku.
There be no what they call.
One about you.
What you have, what they are shit. I said, Lord, tie anymore, two good one.
Yes, and you can't sort of to become. I saw it become where I was hardened.
Now, Corona, here for no book, Uncle, so I'm Dada, I told you, sir, everybody in this country is a potential thief. What's one tiase?
Yantiase, and then I'm Yatiase.
Good. What? I sorry, no. What to correct the dollars, Nivea? What the dollars in the call?
No, $1 what to the city was a certain Wabe, where we company. To sell was $600.
Scafune woman cried on 2 cities.
Dollar no
type direct.
And one separate from the
sir. They are converting into dollar. And you will allow a tiny.
What the Alpha
fix it. Then I'm conscious of a border. Pa, Neko. No, per se, Dorano, ever from Ghana. Into a hook, some can say, your young pie, Ubos Empire, I will engage you. We need to open our eyes. Manum Penifono. Say, we go on me pet, or maybe office will be me or memoir insanity. Mea, and be a me.
Into
1 DF, yeah, my can answer me.
1 D1F.
Very good. A very important policy. Cote d'Ivoire. None because I could d'Ivoire. Syria for how I food. I want to be busy, will be busy food, can sick.
A basic Fiacobe had in some about
good. And not busy doing and pulling a trap idea timber.
Oh, Krum,
come, Samanka say, Pumuho, who mango do yes, one pie.
What else should you?
You. One person try when you remember. I can't so bad pipe of Fredia, Nasa.
What pie?
Brofrey.
No, Brofrey, like I said today. That's how
I bet in cry a yin tintin or pony mono or pie. Also, what do you furniture affair? I betting you could be ya. Ye be so.
I betting
what pie or my timony. And now you create Dua heavy, you create free a Abidjan and a Liberia.
Na Piasa Mukrumia.
Then anyway, Sami Jimuri, I hear you say trap ba.
Oh, I see.
We offer a trap and a banning. It's in there. Which are my episode? I do be over Muhan, Tanabuya. Trappier dear, Nabani. Bijinguru.
Bijinguru,
you, men of the kind, you won't claim.
No, if you claim,
and to claim.
Now, Cusco claim,
then you claim. Into once I make us a lying place of Casa. I am a man, baby, sir. So, ain't I do things are not working well.
And
you, and Quay,
Cassay Subana.
Now, you're the best shady baby.
You. Ni atwi with him.
Ye now so ye.
Wakwa true. Let me that him pa. Now it true. No one more quabrang 50 CDs. Sikani in answer 2 CD 50 pesos.
You.
Or best is soon be our caning. Or bad it send any refuge. We see Fema and down now. Me you bibi. Na me damn them say. Inti ofo say, say 2 CDs 50 pesos na uri jimin. Baby am tina care move fear me bahan. Say mentuan see Fema and come me me pechi. And be semsi. Masa aka usika na untu ya na nga me bisam
we refi de
but me de ma won de so ne de yes we refi we yese na we refi ntime kwan won se nka me konso wan frem na me san bai na me se nyanya me pa na owo soro na me de mani to nyankopon na me hwe soro na nso ye kwasi da me kwa soro a nka be hu wani so ma o me ka kire no adwene ni nye okurum ya
ya nyina ya adwene nye see the last man to the other one or China. ne maame mo gye owo ne pa na adwene no afa bi enti yansesa yesuban pa dia Ghana then any wiase Ghana any bi
ya me fa no me yen ye
then any ha me kura kankan when you go to the garden of Eden na wo mem ha ko chiro no say na yinua nutan akase wo turu nim
na se nua ni bi wa na se bi wo kodivu a
ebi wo nso
na ade ti na ha na garden of Eden
sa na me kuma kire me nen
ene wa adwene nso kire
sa then kodivu yin akuta the same soil quality ewa I didn't see that they're making it. I didn't see. One jet to say, Obeye. What you Cote d'Ivoire? We Cote d'Ivoire, Newton, someone. Wouldn't you guarantee you will never enter Accra? Copins will be who?
We need beyond to me enter.
Okay, next year, and if you have foot me for Lord free, Niger, Lord Ma, or beside Wagana. What the border say? You be among the who don't want to be with him. What be with him?
Meanwhile, Sebi, Wusufiako, once you are whom you can amount.
Who told you? Inti, ya be a who call you was
be again. Ubetrana out your boy again.
Accra border was what 2 moon and saying. You want to border them to border, not to the hall.
A month of our month of
Dimitri. What country is this? Custom officer and immigration officer original. All this kind of the offer on approved route and wako. What is happening?
Oh, Krumia.
You.
Anything.
Or you Cremonese or a Christian?
I don't know.
So who's the corrupt?
Everybody is a potential one.
Until we need to change our attitude.
One year to that was so. How yes? Mame home so kakra na besanga ba.
What's wrong?
Asam paetia obanyansa foso wo munye won kana asam ze mafutu sam kakre wa supeme yo kofi o man ya woman o man ya mama geni baby ako wacha za ya wareni wonso wanini pa asa dipa wo fe oye demo yembera ye ebe ya ifuyena amaya umano amaya mamana ati waya no ra.
You are listening live to Uncle Bright on Koda Radio.
Wonso wanini pa so ya wana be demo yembera ye ebe ya ifuyena.
We bring you the best only on your radio. Koda Radio. Uncle Bright is live in charge. You are listening live to Uncle Bright on Koda Radio. We bring you the best only on your radio. Koda Radio. Uncle Bright is live in charge.
I'm back to the studio. Yabetu asuna very exciting message biaba na me pese me kan. Message bi was na me kan ba kope. Ko yentam yaso. Look at the types of church buildings they are putting up these days. More than 3 times an industry will cost. Our pastors are too rich. Message will be diabani. Eric will say, thank you very much. I am touched by this message alone. I am touched by this message alone. You see, sometimes when you do this, people think that you are attacking the church. I don't hit asoroko mean chin, asora mean tang asorofo. But it's becoming so disgusting. When you go to Rwanda, we will discuss some of these things in some days to come. Especially discuss it. When you go to Rwanda, wanga sheda embrawo. wontumi nsi asɔre dan wontumi nyɛ hwee Methodist fi asɔre dan kora wɔn a so many years kora si wɔn kora no wotum wɔn bubu because wɔsɛ nyɛ fit for human beings to sit in and worship God wotum wɔn bubu gu fam wɔn asɛ sin foforɔ ɛte sɛ wonya certificate in theology ansa na wotumi ato asɔre ɛna obi tum kɔhyɛ atwea kɔhyɛ be pause yɛ ɔba wosi nyame afrɛ no yakɔhyɛ ɔno aba wosi nyame afrɛ no oyi nobody checks him there is nothing wo fitum fa bibia ncheck no ɛno yan sɛ because onipa no bɔ okura bible ahyɛ no coat bi konya kantamanto foot bi no ɔhyɛ no bankoya no gyina hɔ a kɛso so ɔkɛ so ɔsɔfo na no na nipa di n'akyi you can't understand a typical Ghanaian wo bi no Ghana oni mu a wonte ase what did as you ɔba yɛ so ɔsɔfo na ɔnya baabi kɔ na look yɛkɔ yɛ adamfo bi hɔ ɛnura yɛkɔ yɛ adamfo bi hɔ that was a Monday a Sunday no yɛkɔ sra no wafi aburukyira ba asɔre bi wɔ hɔ Santa Maria kɛse wɔ ma wɔn na mo ayɛ asɔre mo wɔ gate da no mfɛnsere da no sɛ mo bɛyɛ dede a mo de anodwo mo make sure sɛ nipa da no mo de mo kuru so mo dan no windows ni ade na mo de mo ayɛ wom wɔn pere ɛso bue gate ni ade nyina to no wɔ hyɛ da yɛ dede saa anodwo dede na mo yɛ mo wɔn nna da na ade akye wokɔ ka kyerɛ police waha wo ho the police will come around the next day you go there it's a different story adwene nenye ɔsɔfo na bɛsi dan asase residential area na ɔkɔabran ahyɛ da bigye na wato one plot car park kura no o se medi si asɔre dan because and right so si asɔre dan na wato no de yɛ residential area no do no disturb nkrɔfo ɔno wi anu asɔre no akɔda baabi yɛ sɔda baabi ɔda no so no ɔmo obi kwan mo mɛ sa no ene abang sase ɛna asɔfo wɔpere instead of BC factories wɔpere ɛna wɔn wɔde si asɔre dan ɛna wɔtitim asɔfo bi dwuma wodi with time saa krɔfo ne bɛba wɔn so okurum ya wɔn so no wɔyɛ so vociferous wɔn ano yɛ din okurum ya because they think they have access to microphone and we sorry no to politicians for and we kasa by heart because they think that they have access to microphone nti we wait me akasa nti so kasa with time ne bɛba wɔn so Zabanza we have some few minutes to wrap up.
Thank you.
Yes, baby, been there now. Wow, they come.
Thank you. I think our main problem, in the controlling of, this dollar thing is industrialization. This dollar thing, inflation, in terms of our cities in relation to the dollar will forever be with us until we change the fundamentals, industrialization. And I think the NADO and the NPP had a very good idea. In terms of this 1D, 1F thing. But it looks like the implementation of this thing is becoming a problem. What I hear, I have not confirmed yet. I hear that the secretariat, for instance, is becoming a problem place in the sense that some people who have presented their proposals are not granted the money that they are supposed to take and then prosecute their programs. I have not, excuse me, I have not cross-checked this, but that is what is happening.
The secretariat is not even there. It's collapsed.
The secretariat has even collapsed. Yes. You see, so
the president. For a fact.
So the president had a very good intention. You see, but the implementation of these programs have become a problem. And what do we do? What do we do? If we are not able to build industries ourselves, we will be dependent on the importation of our goods. We will never be self-sufficient. We'll never be self-sufficient. And when we are not self-sufficient, what does it mean? What does it mean? You become a slave to somebody else.
It means what it means.
That's
what we want.
That's what we want every time. And the implications are bad. What happens is corruption. We tend to adopt this kind of attitude where everybody wants to cut the other before surviving.
Mr. Bansi, Mr. Soko to say, Ganani, on a year with we are. Now, where will you be? I'm making age, ma. Okay.
But me correct you kakra. Enye Ghana ni bia. Si Ghana fubi. Na Ghana ni dia. It means that collecting everybody into that basket.
Me say ye na ya kromfo.
Obi anyu bia na kromfo.
It's not everybody. Like for instance, what are you sure? You are telling me something that I'm so much surprised at. The secretariat, the 1D1F secretariat.
Why would you believe me? Believe me.
And is the president aware of this?
Do you know why the place is collapsed?
I know they are taking bribes.
They
are taking bribes.
I have been to the office. It is no longer. It's a COVID office now, as we speak.
The 1D1F secretariat has become a COVID.
Alcohol.
Jesus Christ!
It's no longer the 1D1F secretariat.
And is the president aware?
I can't tell. Somebody me kwena mniam kuhu na me catch it. President.
Is it not another trade ministry? Yes,
it is.
And he is campaigning. He has started his campaign to be president 2020 from 2024 onwards.
I don't pursue the president.
No, but I'm surprised if this laudable program cannot be sustained. Onya brofa kesi ompacho. Na sabi oya mi hu. Obi adwin papa yaba.
Na adwin papa Ghana funya hwe obi a otua ne best school fees ono otiki osum. Onim se de ba no kra nkontum go school. Ono kra no otua ne best school fees man. Wokotin se mo ka kra. Na wo se biribia na oya ope. Ono obeka yo se ne ba ono otiki osum. Onye sika nko ha dan ye. Neba eku school, any opportunity ku school. Ojina waka yese enyo bi no so hwe ne ba no no obetu ahwe ne ba. Me wa no ni dan kro demotiki osum.
So on kan sa ba man be free school. No hon kono ko betu.
You don't like our brofo. Na nya bibia na ode ba ya de papa movie.
Mr. Bansa.
Na asem
man the country is sick.
The bibi wo ho ni nyina free. Ma me pede me kan de ni nyina free. Enyam pinfo. It's from the top. If it comes from the top, also, if a fish wants to rot, it starts from the head. And so on and so forth. But I'm saying that it started somewhere. It started from the top.
A typical example.
Give me.
A typical example. If a president, be it NDC, MPP, one of the dominating systems, any of them becomes president, what is any appointee be ewiade e office onim what ten what oni evidence obi kura de ade bi kura akọ kire no o de kọ kire ni wie no on fra appointee no assuming no afre ni pe bi a office o trust won a obi tuma kan kwara kire so ofre ni pa no 6 10 no obi abaka no to the same song that's wo yi oni pa ni fima sa president then obey and as a leader no then obey. There are people who work under a particular ministry, and the ministry they work under a minister. Say subordinate be koye boni. Now what is also nipa na kodin some money bi. Na so nipa na trust one within our office wo be kan kwara chance wo ba. Na so nyina ba no work a different story a. Office say dan na bisi. Dan no nipa ko no betumi aye.
Oh, maybe I now on to me, yes, but I feel that other share there. What is going on? Go out and find out.
Today, he can't go to the street and go and ask anybody. It is only the trusted people.
No, but I think a good president should find the Eric King, the etafu trotro. You sit in trotro. You sit in trotro. When you sit in trotro, you assess the feeling.
The president
not necessarily going to sit there.
The American only say ya can't see be na person this wo. Mere kakasa kwen abesi wo. Na bia wonti ase. The chiro say Ghana have potential. Be anya correct.
But it must have started from somewhere.
From where? And yeah, starting to, that has become the fiber of the nation.
Do you know
it's very difficult to uproot. You know, maybe we're in very, very difficult. Say, no, maybe we are radical change, but serious.
So this 1D, 1F, that should be a route that will take us from the woods. Nana brings the idea, MPP brings the idea. It was heralded and a big fanfare was made about it. A secretariat has been set up. People write their proposals, they take what I hear is, you are asked some money, they demand some money from you up front before you are giving what will be enough for you to prosecute the agenda. And by doing that, people turn around and then they leave the idea of chasing whatever money they have.
More complex than you think.
More complex.
You.
My men are not say you manage. Nanny,
that is what you should do. That's what you should do.
India, Sa Secretariat has been converted into COVID office.
Mamen kanchira wa.
Say you menagua or may you
Mamen kanchira wa on authority. Or mekasa.
She will not talk.
On kasa. I'm saying this on authority. And yadi I'll be friend wakasa. Me meet me friends here, but on kasa. Me make office work me hum. Na me no kra kasa. But I spoke to people there, right? I spoke to people around. And yadi obekasa on this particular matter. Because I know the challenges they were facing as an office. Timiko we say gunu kra me na nya me nwa. Question we. But my brothers, why do you think we export our oil to other countries and then search for dollars and put them in a few swami bag to go and bring another oil from outside? What do you think we are doing to ourselves or our city? It is our own problem. That is African politics for you. Message from Eric View.
So our problem is.
I believe
maybe we have to come back. The whole thing is about this industrialization. Because I did Biara Ghana Accra. When
we're talking about industrialization.
Yes, the young man, the man or the banker was speaking. He said something. Say, your products are, and as a produce beer, your produce Ghana. We go to the market and then we do comparison. Italian brand, German brand, so and so brand. And you know, why corner when Ghana de no grano? Instead so obetono na e boost the economy because na sikano enko krafufro and some farmer. And you don't even need another city to go and change a dollar to go and bring that particular product or produce into the country. No, can anybody say if free her just like we were talking about. He spoke. He said something about our rice production and then all other stuffs. Wahan ye produce wahan kana fukrampe. Ako marketer now can just say where Ghana dey where Asimesidi where Asimesidi or prefer to buy that of Asimesidi no even than to buy that of Ghana.
That's what I mean.
Look, I was on the market last 2 weeks to go and buy tiles. When we say tiles, what you be Ghana and we import to be. Price difference no enya price difference between that of Ghana and even if you say almost the same.
Okay.
And when I got there, they gave me all the price differences, and then this is from Italy, this is from Spain, this is Ghana. Then I told them, say, I want that of Ghana. Oh no, I want to, you know. I want the one that has been made here in Ghana. That's what I want.
But the imported ones are more beautiful.
Look, at the end of the day, there are two things. We have polished and porcelain tiles. They have the polished and the porcelain. All these two is either you see the polished and the post ring.
Ceramic
Just like
ties.
this one that we are sitting on here.
It's polished.
It's polished.
Yeah.
Good. So at the end of the day, whether it's from Spain, it's from Italy, it's from where, it's polished and post ring. Maybe the difference there will be the make, as in the design. It is the design that brings the difference, and maybe sometimes the quality. But I believe that if we go there and also add value to that which has been made in Ghana, now auto Ghana de no, now patronize it and one. A economy no apeke from sir. You see, everything that we are doing, it still comes back to we the Ghanaians.
So it's the loss of the spirit of nationalism.
That is it.
Mr. Adam, Mr. Yaduni, enye.
No, but that must be changed. It's the loss of the spirit of nationalism. It must be changed.
Ghana muya yerika ho asemi. Beko to factory bi wo rara. Na hwe free gu ho pa na local rice won aso ho. Wo hwe ani buru ni the difference bi anim. Nti wo de ba. Esan se eno ye Ghana mu nti okọ nto Ghana mu nti won bage Ghana mu no
into the
bag, foreign bags ni. No what
to about say foreign product.
We are always
Ghana money be crying Hamilton foreign one.
It's possible.
Until unya bodin say Ghana mo de ohinye. Opa every perfume. Adura wo de agu so ni maduru no far by.
But to the being so packaging
I'm say
enye
send your kick up on
Akra o ko sare mu a. Won didi e simple.
Any fan?
No. O ko no fa won didi e simple.
Why anything?
Nti yenyira yensua
Me te say wo ye obibini a di ukuru aduan tietietia.
Ni nyina ka the
Me call ho no, me call no for no. Esa se me mfi ho nti na won aduane di na ehmeden kakra.
Ashase no.
Na bi se me mfi ho. Ukovo tarigia. Won didi bonya den.
Aden.
Akule echichiri eburo no wayam echichiri very simple. Secretary boss ne de be ya say aja don na ebe use so a eno so ne bonya den agwa madachi na re so eko mewe na yedidi. What I say? Na ne
enuka agba medechi
atu for strategy ko I don't want to ko na ti ka very simple na wedidi. No I mean say yensu ban no suantra no I too much ne unu ebidi ni birthday na akwase a unu Ghana for aduan birthday na se
akpele de o you go fisi akpele.
How many akpele how many
nipa he no we dey the birthday a oba kwete say one akpele birthday na se one kasa kan kware.
I've seen some.
We are running away from our own traditional food identity.
I've seen some before.
Okay.
So let's go back to your class and you could to bring
and then so da foforo. Nyame yaduma yawda. The best thing is here I the same studio on the same platform.